What if I told you that your entire life has been a cosmic test? And right now, the universe is desperately trying to send you signals that you keep brushing off as coincidence? If you've ever felt like you don't belong in this world, if you've ever had dreams that later became reality, or if you keep seeing the same numbers everywhere you look, then this video might just change your life forever. But here's what most people don't know. There are chosen ones walking among us right now who have no idea they're living a completely ordinary life when they were meant for something extraordinary. And the signs? They're happening to you every single day. Why most chosen ones don't recognize their true nature. Let me ask you something personal. Have you ever looked around at the world and thought, this can't be all there is? Have you ever felt this strange pull towards something bigger, something you can't quite name? Here's the truth nobody talks about. From the moment we're born, society works overtime to make us forget our true nature. We're taught to follow rules, fit in, and ignore the voice inside that whispers, you're different. But your soul remembers. It always has. Think about it this way. Imagine you're a powerful being who chose to experience life in human form, but part of the deal was forgetting who you really are. The only way to remember? Through signs. Breadcrumbs left by your higher self to guide you back home. And here's the scary part. Every day you ignore these signs. You drift further from your true purpose. Your soul becomes more restless. That feeling of emptiness grows stronger. But what if I told you that by the end of this video, you'll finally understand why you've always felt different? Why certain things keep happening to you that you can't explain? Because I'm about to show you 7 shocking signs that prove you're a chosen one. And I absolutely guarantee, that at least 3 of these will make your jaw drop. Let that sink in. The 7 shocking signs. Sign number 1, the alien childhood feeling. Let's start with something that might hit close to home. As a child, did you ever feel like you were dropped off on the wrong planet? Most chosen ones report feeling like they were observing human behavior rather than naturally participating in it. You watched other kids play and thought, why are they so excited about this? You felt older than your years, like you had ancient wisdom trapped in a small body. Here's what's really happening. Your soul is much older than this lifetime. You've lived before, learned before, and part of you remembers. That's why playground games felt trivial when your spirit was seeking deeper meaning. Ancient texts from multiple cultures describe old souls who incarnate to help humanity evolve. The Tibetan Book of the Dead talks about advanced beings who choose difficult lives to serve a higher purpose. And here's the part that will give you chills. If you felt this way as a child, your soul was already trying to wake you up. It was saying, remember who you are. Sign number 2, the prophetic dream syndrome. Now, this one is going to shock you. How many times have you had a dream, only to have it happen in real-life days, weeks, or even months later? Most people dismiss this as déjà vu or coincidence. But chosen ones? They're natural prophets. Your consciousness isn't bound by linear time like most people think. While you sleep, your spirit travels through different timelines, gathering information about potential futures. What you call dreams are actually prophetic visions. Scientific studies at the University of California found that people who report prophetic dreams show unusual brain activity in the pineal gland, what ancient cultures called the third eye. This tiny gland produces DMT, the same compound found in powerful spiritual plants. But here's what nobody tells you. The more you acknowledge these dreams, the stronger your prophetic abilities become. You're not imagining things. You're accessing information from the quantum field. Sign number 3, the 1111 conspiracy. Okay, this next sign might make you question everything you thought you knew about reality. Do you keep seeing repeating numbers? 1111, 333, 444? You look at the clock, and there it is again. You see it on receipts, license plates, everywhere. Most people think it's just their brain looking for patterns. But what if I told you that seeing 1111 is actually a direct communication from your higher self? In numerology, 1111 is called an activation code. It's your soul's way of saying, wake up, pay attention, something important is happening. Carl Jung, the famous psychologist, called these meaningful coincidences synchronicities. He believed they were proof that we're all connected to a deeper intelligence. But here's the mind-blowing part. Advanced spiritual teachers say that when you see 1111, you're actually glimpsing moments when multiple dimensions align. Your human consciousness is catching brief glimpses of cosmic order. The universe is literally trying to get your attention. Sign number 4, the sudden life crash phenomenon. This next sign might be the most painful to recognize, but it's also the most important. Have you ever had your life completely fall apart seemingly overnight? Lost a job you thought was secure? Had a relationship end suddenly? Faced a health crisis that came out of nowhere? Most people see these as terrible tragedies. But for chosen ones, these life crashes are actually cosmic course corrections. Think about it this way. Your soul signed up for a specific mission in this lifetime. But your human self, influenced by society and fear, keeps taking detours. So the universe steps in and removes whatever is keeping you from your true path. Ancient spiritual traditions call this divine destruction. Sometimes the old version of your life has to completely crumble before the real you can emerge. I know this might be hard to hear if you're going through something difficult right now. But what if your biggest breakdown was actually your soul's way of saying, it's time to step into who you really are? Every chosen one I've studied has at least one major life crash that forced them to question everything. And looking back, they all say it was the best thing that ever happened to them. Sign number 5, the mystical obsession clue. Here's something that might surprise you. In the last few years, have you found yourself suddenly drawn to things you never cared about before? Astrology, tarot cards, crystals, ancient texts, meditation, energy healing. Your logical mind might say, this is silly. This isn't scientific. But you can't stop reading about it. You can't stop learning. Something inside you knows this information is important. Here's what's really happening. Your soul is remembering its true nature. These aren't just new age fads. These are ancient technologies that chosen ones have used for thousands of years to connect with higher dimensions. Even modern science is catching up. Quantum physics now proves that consciousness affects reality at the subatomic level. What mystics have taught for centuries, scientists are finally discovering. But here's the part that will give you chills. If you're suddenly obsessed with mystical knowledge, it's because your higher self is downloading information you'll need for your mission. You're not going crazy. You're going home. Sign number 6, the phantom mission feeling. This next sign might be the most powerful of all. Deep in your heart, do you feel like you're supposed to be doing something important with your life, but you have no idea what it is? It's like having a word on the tip of your tongue that you can't quite remember. You know, there's something you came here to do, but every time you try to focus on it, it slips away. Most people dismiss this as wishful thinking or ego. But chosen ones feel this because it's real. Before you incarnated into this lifetime, your soul made agreements. You chose specific lessons to learn and specific ways to serve humanity's evolution. That feeling of having a mission? It's your soul remembering those agreements. Ancient Hawaiian shamans call this kuleana, your sacred duty. They believe that every soul chooses its life circumstances to fulfill a greater purpose. But here's what's crucial. That restless feeling will keep growing until you start moving toward your true purpose. Your soul won't let you settle for a life that's too small for who you really are. Sign number 7. The energy vampire effect. This final sign might explain so much about your life experiences. Do you find yourself absorbing other people's emotions without trying? Do you walk into a room and immediately know if someone is sad, angry, or upset, even if they're hiding it? Do people constantly come to you with their problems? Do strangers tell you their life stories? Do you leave social gatherings feeling completely drained? Most people think this makes you too sensitive or emotionally weak. But actually it proves you're an empath, and empaths are often chosen ones. You have the natural ability to feel what others feel because your consciousness operates on a higher frequency. You're literally picking up emotional and energetic information that most people can't access. In many spiritual traditions, empaths are considered healers and light workers. Your sensitivity isn't a flaw, it's a superpower. You can help people heal simply by understanding their pain. But here's what nobody tells empaths. You have to learn to protect your energy. Otherwise, you'll spend your whole life fixing other people instead of stepping into your own power. The universe gave you this gift because part of your mission involves healing and raising the consciousness of others. But first, you have to heal yourself. Now, I know what you're thinking. This all makes sense. But why have I been ignoring these signs my whole life? Let me tell you exactly why you've been ignoring them. The programming that keeps you asleep. Here's the uncomfortable truth. The same system that taught you to fit in, follow rules, and be normal is the system that benefits from keeping chosen ones asleep. Think about it. If everyone realized they had spiritual gifts and a cosmic purpose, who would work the unfulfilling jobs? Who would buy things they don't need? Who would stay distracted by meaningless entertainment? From the moment you're born, you're programmed to ignore your intuition and trust experts instead. You're taught that logic is superior to feeling, that success means money and status, and that spiritual experiences are either fake or dangerous. But your soul knows better. That's why you've always felt like something was missing. That's why traditional measures of success never felt fulfilling. The 4 walls that keep you trapped. Let me show you the 4 main barriers that keep chosen ones from recognizing their true nature. Wall number 1, fear of being different. Society punishes people who stand out. From childhood, you learned that being different meant being rejected. So you learned to hide your gifts, dismiss your intuition, and pretend to be normal. Wall number 2, past life trauma. Many chosen ones have been persecuted in previous lifetimes for their spiritual abilities, burned as witches, crucified as heretics, killed for speaking truth. Your soul remembers this trauma and creates fear around stepping into your power. Wall number 3, the distraction machine. Modern life is designed to keep you busy, stressed, and distracted. When you're worried about bills, scrolling social media, or binge-watching Netflix, you don't have time to listen to your soul's whispers. Wall number 4, the imposter syndrome. Even when you start recognizing the signs, your ego fights back. Who am I to think I'm special? What if I'm just delusional? What if people think I'm crazy? If any of this resonates with you, please know, you're not broken. You're not crazy. You're just a powerful being who's been taught to be small. But what if I told you that recognizing these barriers is the first step to breaking free? Because I'm about to give you a step-by-step process to stop ignoring the signs and start living as the chosen one you were born to be. Your step-by-step guide to awakening. Alright, this is where everything changes. Are you ready to stop living as a smaller version of yourself? Step 1. Start a sign journal. For the next 30 days, write down every synchronicity, every strange dream, every moment of intuition. Stop dismissing these experiences as coincidence. Start treating them as sacred communication. When you see 1111, stop and ask, what message is the universe trying to send me right now? When you have a prophetic dream, write it down immediately. When you feel someone else's emotions, acknowledge your empathic gift. Step 2. Create sacred space. Chosen ones need time away from the world's chaos to hear their soul's voice. Create a daily practice, meditation, prayer, journaling, time in nature. Just 20 minutes a day where you're not consuming anyone else's energy or information. This isn't selfish. This is necessary. You can't serve your mission if you don't know what it is. Step 3. Honor your sensitivity. Stop apologizing for being an empath. Start setting boundaries with energy vampires. Learn to protect your energy field. Say no to people and situations that drain you. Your sensitivity is not a weakness, it's your superpower. But superpowers require training and protection. Step 4. Study ancient wisdom. Your soul is drawn to mystical knowledge because it's trying to remember what it already knows. Follow that pull. Study astrology, read spiritual texts, learn about energy healing. Don't worry about what other people think. Your soul's education is more important than society's approval. Step 5. Find your tribe. Chosen ones are meant to work together. Find other awakened souls who understand your experiences. Join spiritual communities, attend consciousness events, connect with like-minded people online. You've felt alone for too long. It's time to find your spiritual family. The moment of truth. Right now, you're standing at a crossroads. You have two choices. You can close this video, go back to your ordinary life, and pretend you never heard any of this. You can keep ignoring the signs, dismissing the synchronicities, and living smaller than your soul intended. Or, you can choose to wake up. You can choose to honor the signs. You can choose to step into the extraordinary life your soul planned before you were born. The world is waiting for you. Humanity is crying out for the gifts you came here to share. Every day you delay your awakening is another day the planet suffers without your light. You didn't come here to be ordinary. You came here to be extraordinary. You didn't come here to fit in. You came here to stand out. You didn't come here to follow. You came here to lead. The signs have been there all along. Your soul has been calling to you your entire life. The question is, will you finally answer? The universe sent you this message for a reason. Your higher self guided you to this video at this exact moment because it's time. It's time to stop ignoring who you really are. It's time to embrace your chosen one nature. It's time to step into your power. If this message resonated with your soul, don't keep it to yourself. Share this video with someone who needs to wake up. Tag a friend who's been ignoring their own signs. Comment below with the sign that hit you the hardest. And remember, every time you honor your true nature, you give others permission to do the same. The awakening has begun. Will you be part of it? And if you're ready to go even deeper, if you want to learn the advanced signs that only the most awakened chosen ones recognize, make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell. Because what I'm going to share next will blow your mind. The rabbit hole goes much deeper than you think. Your soul knows what's coming next. Are you ready to remember?